How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the week. So here it comes. Why don't they play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. Cheating poker? Cheetahs? That. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN, which ended up seeing a green day on the Friday. It ended up testing $7.17 and then made a strong pop going all the way to $8.11. So we're going to talk about it further inside of this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. Be aware of those key levels in a bearish case scenario and as well as in a bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know, what is the short interest looking like? Have they been increasing their positions? We're going to find out because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and as well as the selling behavior like on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So I ended up closing at $7.72, being up 6.34%. On the low, it tested $7.17, and then on the high, testing $8.11. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 22.242 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 21.132 million shares. So right away, what you can see, we did have above average volume on the day, and it did help with the overall stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it was at 42.75. And then when we take a look at the moving averages here on our chart, we are below the 21-day EMA as well as for the 50-day, the 200-day, and as well as the 100-day. So when we take a look at the price action that happened on the Friday, you can see we ended up testing support right at 717, and we've been able to show this as support in the past as well. So what you want to see a continuation in regards to a bullish uptrend is getting past this $8.11 level, which ended up actually bringing us above the 100-day. So I don't want to see a move for us getting to reclaim the 200-day at $8.36. That would be the most bullish case scenario there. If it does decide to pull back, of course, I'm going to want to see some strength being held up at 7. But another thing that wouldn't be too bad either, if we decide to actually consolidate within this range, having $7 being that strong area of support that OCGN has. I know inside of the past, we had some support areas here right in the high $6 range. So seeing an improvement there, I think would be a really good look. So if we just consolidate there and we end up having a news catalyst that comes in, then we can look forward to seeing another strong pop. So let's see how OCGN performs going in on Monday and as well as for the rest of the week. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for OCGN. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 52.65, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 5.8 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 1.8 million, updated 16 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow free rate is at 1.93%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 18th, it was at 42.99. And then for the close of the 19th, the Friday that just passed, being at 52.65. So that is a significant increase right there. And that's going to contribute to the overall volatility inside of the stock. But what it tells us in regards to overall market sentiment, it is fairly negative. But if we have a lot of buying pressure coming into the play, then we can see some strong moves to the upside. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflow, it was 39.69. Then on the outflow, it was 42.40. So we ended up having an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown even further, you could see on the large, it was 1.48. On the medium, it was 20. 25.03, and on the small it was 13.18. And keep in mind, this is in the millions. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 6.59. On the medium, it was 23.86. And then on the small, it was 11.95. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for November the 19th, so the Friday that just passed, it being that negative outflow of 5,111.44. If we take a look at this breakdown, we can see for the small scale orders, which tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And I wouldn't be surprised if many loaded up on that dip that we had on the day when the stock got to $7.17. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling. But what we saw on the large, there was a lot of selling. So this could potentially be coming from institutions. Now, when we take a look now at the turnover ratio, it was at 11.17%. So one thing this tells us, there's a lot of traders that are coming in and out of this play. Yes, we do have many people who are holding on to their positions, but I wouldn't be shocked if we ended up seeing some selling pressure when it made that strong pop, getting back into the $8 range. And this is what contributes to the overall volatility in the play, and why I'm really looking forward to seeing how well it performs going into Monday. So now let's jump into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, before I get started, let's go over some updates very quickly. So we have this that came from Twitter from Francis S. Collins. Covaxin, an inactivated virus vaccine with an adjuvant discovered with the National Institute of Health support, has 77.8% efficacy against symptomatic COVID-19 and no safety concerns in a published interim analysis of a randomized controlled trial with 25,000 adults in India. So it is great to see Covaxin getting this type of exposure, and it does really show us what is really going on out there. There is also a recent update that came out, which I'm going to share as well. So here we go. FDA asks federal judge to grant it until the year 2076 to fully release Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine data. The federal government shields Pfizer from liability, gives it billions of dollars, makes Americans take its product, but won't let you see the data supporting its safety/efficacy. Who does the government work for? I really do love seeing this being exposed. As far as what's going on in a political sense, it is very clear we have a problem, and it's part of the reasons why I feel there's so many delays and so many obstacles that come in front of Covaxin being launched. And keeping this in mind, I do see that they are able to actually say, well, you know what, we need to get those boosters out. And look at the FDA, look how fast they're actually working on that, and we're able to actually get those through for Pfizer and as well as for Moderna. So just seeing this, I know it can be frustrating as an investor. But one thing I want to make sure you guys understand, if you are inside of this play, you have to make sure you leave your emotions at the door. The market is going to perform in a way where you need to make sure whatever investment that you are taking, you are able to actually maximize your ROI. And the way to do this is to make sure that you're maximizing your overall entries. And we saw this on the Friday. As soon as when it got down to $7.17, this stock made a strong pop. There was a lot of support. There were a lot of buyers in this area to send it back to $8. So now you have a good idea. Well, you know what? This looks like a fair price range for OCGN. But you have to do your homework and you have to do your due diligence. And the meaning behind that is when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it has gone up quite a bit. Very significant increase. So I want to make sure to tell you, you're going to see this stock continue to be volatile, continue to fluctuate. And the only way we're going to look forward to actually seeing that big time pop that we're looking for is through a catalyst. And this is why I fight and I say I want to see Covaxin dominating on the global stage. I want to see it being launched in the US and as well as Canada. But do know, these delays I feel like are just going to keep on coming. And as investors, we just have to be be patient. But at the end of the day, when it comes to covaxin, I already know that it is a great vaccine. I know many people are waiting on it. Now we just got to look forward to see some actions being taken place so we can get it to more people that are looking for it. And on top of that, they've already shown all of the data, all of the information that is necessary to say, well, you know what, let's get it moving. Even down in Canada, they're saying anyone who has a covaxin vaccine can travel here. It is completely fine. So Health Canada, let us know what the update is. Be timely about it and so forth. We're all waiting. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.